Previously on Raquel's story.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. This is the final episode of Raquel's story, and in the last episode we see her in what appears to be a very dangerous situation. She's had a physical altercation with her best friend and is at odds with a very powerful and rich family.
Raquel, you can't go on like this. You actually might be in danger. There's so much money involved. I think I know what to do next.
Raquel just had a very bad dream, and sometimes bad dreams might be a way of telling us something. Perhaps it's time to keep her enemies closer than her friends.
John, I'm afraid. I think someone has been in my house.
Wait, Raquel, slow down. Someone was in your house.
Someone might try to hurt me. I'm really frightened.
Alright, Raquel, calm down. I'll be with you in a few minutes.
Please hurry, John. I'll be waiting. I'm so scared. You're not meant to call. You ruin everything. I love you.
It was about 3 a.m. in the morning, and John was completely exhausted. However, he thought it was a great idea to get close to Raquel.
Could be more complicated than I thought. Just thank him.
Thanks for coming.
Sure. This is the worst position a man could be in. I can't take advantage. I need to control myself.
I need to fall asleep quickly before he tries anything stupid.
I do have to make it quite early into the office, but I'll be right back.
Oh, there's no need. John, you have to understand that I am responsible for the drowning of Jennifer's baby in the pool. Even though I don't know what happened, it doesn't change the fact that somehow subconsciously I wanted her baby dead. I'm no good.
Stop saying you're no good. You were never fair to us, Raquel. If you had told me what happened at the mansion, you would have seen that I would have stuck by you. We won't be in this position, would still be together, and I won't have to prove myself to you. Don't push me away.
I'm not trying to push you away, John. The fact is, I might be very unsafe to be around, and I'm running out of reasons to understand why you're still trying to be with me.
I don't know how else to get through to you. I am with you because I love you, Raquel.
Absolutely, John. I love you very much too. I do.
Raquel had named her baby Ace. He was due for a feed, but first, she had to see John out.
Don't forget your appointment at the lawyer's office later this week.
Of course.
Bye, Raquel.
Bye, John.
For Raquel, the meeting couldn't happen soon enough. Ace was getting weaker. He needed to be picked up in order to wake up. Feeding also became complex, and he wasn't getting the nutrition he needed.
We will go ahead and get started. Natasha, please hold all my calls.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It is established that baby Ace is the biological son of the late Mr. Gregory Lemon. A clause in the Lemon will states that in the event the child is underage, then the mother by default owns the inheritance in the interim until he turns 18. During this time, she can run the estate as she sees fit. If the son passes before his 18th birthday and she is without a husband, then the government will absorb the estate. Do you have any questions?
What happened to us now?
I'm afraid this is a conversation you would have to have with Raquel, as she holds all the cards. All that is read is now final. It then means that Raquel is now in total control of the estate. I allow her speak.
As far as I'm
She has
concerned,
to
I have made a decision.
We have to
Hold on.
understand how
And my
this is
decision was
possible.
down.
With
I have
everyone
plans
talking,
There's so
no
much
one
at
is
stake.
talking.
The
For
matter
some
is that
kind
at
of
the end of
allow
the
her
day,
speak.
My
whether
decision
you
She has
understand
to-
this
stands
whole
or
empire
not.
should
It's
actually
my
be mine.
decision.
It was
I'm not
because
going to change
That's
my
irrelevant
mind.
right now, Mother.
it was because
really
of the
doesn't
stupid
count.
law.
Raquel arrived at some very tough decisions, and she wasn't going to change her mind, especially since she was running out of time. Her child was hanging on by a thread and was airlifted, and immediately the doctors started operating.
Come and see your baby, please. Hold his hand.
No way. I'm simply not going to go in there and watch my baby slowly pass away. You put him on life support, and I'll finally make a decision when I'm ready.
I don't think you should prolong this. Let him pass peacefully with you by his side. We both can survive without the inheritance. Let the boy pass peacefully, Raquel.
I won't change my mind. I know exactly what I am doing, John. You know very well he could have died at birth. But I strongly believe that he came into my life for a reason. And I will not be done until he has fulfilled that purpose.
Using him as a means to an end is something you will definitely regret.
I regret so many things. This will just be one more.
Raquel, I'm worried about you. Just listen to me for a second.
John was starting to get very irritated. Everything seemed to be slipping from his grip. Over the next few weeks, while Ace was on life support, Raquel got very focused and very busy. She was going to make every second count.
Please stop just after the fruit cellar. I'm looking for someone.
She visited the market where she traded as a young girl and was shocked to still see girls who she grew up with in the same trade. Her memories went all the way back to when she started washing and selling fruits. To think that she had come so far and seen many like her in the exact same spot triggered her. Now she knew what she must do, and she was going to get to it right away.
Edmond,
Yes, Mom.
please drive me to the Lamont estate.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with being a fruit seller, but for these girls, much more dark and sinister trades were happening behind the scenes. And now that Raquel had full control of the Lamont estate, Raquel had every single room evacuated and moved in 100 girls who were orphans. When she stood at the door, she remembered the horrible ordeal that took place with Mr. Lemon, who died in the hallway. There were many more orphans to be rehoused, but these were the worst of them with a sordid story. She did not want the estate overcrowded. She wanted to give them a great start in life, and they would live here until they were rehabilitated and completed a first degree in a course of their choice, at which point they would be moved on and a new set of orphans would move in, and in this way the cycle of restoration would continue. Most girls were referred to the Special Minds facility which Raquel had attended. Moving forward, every year Raquel would host a grand charitable ball that would attract wealthy patrons. They would make large donations, and this would go on to maintain the Lemon Seaside Charity Project. John would inherit the house that Gregory gifted as a wedding present, and also a heavy sum. His mother, on the other hand, Philippa, was relocated to a smaller estate on the east side of Paris in a quiet little town. Raquel ensured that she was rewarded a large sum to live on for the rest of her life. This in no way made Philippa feel any better. She was actually quite bitter about it, but really, she had no cards left to play. Raquel had already had her belongings moved to the property before she arrived. As far as Philippa was concerned, this was a complete nightmare, and the entire estate should have been hers. But now it had slipped through her hands and into that of an orphan, who in her opinion was now full of herself. Raquel finally sat down with Jennifer and they had a heart-to-heart. They laid everything out on the table.
I mean, I really did say some very hurtful things to you, and I am sorry.
So much has happened between the drowning and you going with my husband. We could never be as close friends, but listen, I will always remember that you were a great sister to me.
I honestly didn't realize how much your childhood trauma had cost you memory loss. Anyway, listen, I don't hold anything against you. I've always loved you as a sister, Raquel.
I'm really thankful that we could sit down and clear the air, because so much has happened and there was so much miscommunication between us.
Where will you be traveling to? Is it far out of the country or is it local?
I'd rather keep it private where I'm going. I have to be really careful. I hope you understand, but I will keep in touch as soon as I'm settled.
John had continued to pester Raquel for a sit-down conversation. After she'd completed all her projects, she agreed, and they met in a club downtown.
When you divorced me, you locked me out of every source of income, and I signed the papers gladly. You made no effort to win me back. You wanted to marry me again so fast, so you could take hold of the inheritance. At least you have a house and some money to get by. But we are done.
Raquel, you're wrong. I still love you. But I still have a right to fight to survive. If you were me, what would you do?
I don't have to answer your questions, John. But since you asked, the answer is I don't know. And I thank goodness I'm not you. I'm leaving town tomorrow, John. Don't try to find me.
But he did try to find her. He was getting desperate. He drove out into the night and straight to her home. But guess what? She wasn't there. Raquel had moved into a hotel next to the airport. It had lots of security, so she had nothing to worry about. Now that Raquel was rich, she made a very controversial decision to keep Ace on partial life support indefinitely. Raquel's doctors confirmed that the child was not in any pain, and with round-the-clock first-class care, he would probably outlive us all. That was good enough for Raquel. Now that everything was in place, Raquel headed for the airport.
This is your captain speaking. There is some nice blue skies ahead, and within about 5 to 6 hours we should arrive at our destination in record time.
Yes, Raquel had purchased a quad villa off the coast of Marseille. There were only 4 villas per island. She was not going to live here alone. A guest would be joining her. Can you guess who? She has always had a secret admirer, and they have been seeing each other under the radar.
What's taking him so long? Finally.
Well, surprise, surprise. The lawyer had had a soft spot for Raquel all along. He knew about her story, and he was empathetic to it, and he wanted to make sure that she got everything she deserves. Right now, you could also say he is in the same position as John. He needs an employer. Here he is, bearing flowers, bearing gifts, and ready to live with Raquel, promising her love, protection, and respect. Let's hope that this one lasts. Once upon a time, there was an orphan named Raquel who was a fruit seller, and anyone who took a fruit from her stall always had a price to pay. It would be the same for this frisky lawyer who has come to join her on the island. We have finished Raquel's story. Thank you so very much for watching the whole 7 episodes of her story. And let me know in the comments down below what you think would happen to the lawyer. Do you think she should have stayed with John? Was she fair to Philippa? What do you think of her leaving baby Ace on partial life support? Again, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.